How much oil is at risk, given what has developed in the last few hours?
Well, this may be, not the popular opinion, but I'm going to go out there and say that not very much oil supply is actually at risk. What we're seeing is a really interesting confluence of events. Yes, these strikes, the Israeli strikes, are absolutely more significant than anything we've seen thus far, but it does not appear that they have targeted any Iranian oil production or oil export facilities. Now, we do know that there are some nuclear facilities that are close by oil facilities, so there may be some concern there, but there's no direct targeting of Iran's oil or oil export facilities, which means that Iran should be able to continue to export oil just as it had, yesterday and days before. And that means that for Iran, there really is no net benefit to trying to impede the passage of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. Because if they try to impede the passage of other oil through there, then they're going to be retaliated against as well. So, it works both ways. Then there's the question of, can Iran actually do that? Can they actually physically block the Straits of Hormuz? And I think that that's really up for debate, especially considering how, yes, the current traffic patterns for ships do run through Iranian waters, but they could be diverted, and other ships do divert into UAE and Omani waters. So while there would be a period of disruption, it's not likely to last all that long. And then the third consideration here really is China. China is the biggest customer of oil in the Middle East.
Yes.
It's not the United States. And China is Iran's most important customer. Chinese-Iranian economic relations are extremely tight. Iran buys a huge amount of things from China, largely because China buys a lot of their oil and they have a lot of Chinese currency to spend. And China does not want the flow of oil out of the Persian Gulf to be disrupted in any way.
Yes.
And China does not want the price of oil to rise. And so they're going to bring the full weight of their economic power to bear on Iran, as well as any other partners that they can influence to keep this conflict, which is surely going to continue to grow, from impacting the flow and the safe passage of oil.
Ellen, and you are echoing a point from our prior guest on our prior programme, Anas Sahalji, who said that there is a considerably favourable inventory position and excess in China as far as oil products are concerned that will act as a buffer and a cushion. So, net, do you feel that this reaction that we are seeing with Brent crude in the mid-70s, WTI in the mid-70s, up by 9% is an overreaction and the prices will stabilise, despite the severity of the headlines?
I do think that the prices will stabilize. I do think that given the fact that, given the headlines and given the way that we've seen oil prices react to prior, strikes in the area, that it's not, I don't see this as an overreaction. I do think it will come down. I think that, when trading opens in the U.S. tomorrow, we are going to see prices calm down. Maybe, I don't think we're going to go all the way back down to where it was before this happened, but I don't think that, an 11% jump is really what is really warranted in this, and things are going to calm down, because that's generally how it works. The price spikes, and then once people realize, hey, wait, there isn't all that much physical threat to oil supplies, it's going to calm back down. Now, of course, we're now re-entering this cycle that we were in previously where, one party does something, the other one vows retribution, and that retribution could come tomorrow, it could come next week, it could come next month. And so there's definitely going to be a heightened, risk premium that we're going to be seeing, on through this entire issue here. But I don't think we're looking at anything, say, as severe as when, Russia invaded Ukraine. It's just not that significant a threat, I think, to oil supplies. I mean, at that point, like Europe was, there was the potential for Europe to have massive blackouts. That's not what we're looking at here. Remember, the United States is the largest oil producer in the world right now, and its flow of oil is totally unaffected by this. This is not the same oil market as we had in the 90s and in the early 2000s. This is a very different picture. And so while I do see the jump as understandable, I don't think that, say, $100 a barrel oil is really warranted as a call in this situation.